Hola, everybody. Hi, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Not sure what time you're going to be watching this, so I'm just going to say all of it, okay? So, anyways, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia. Yes, I love showing my cookbook. Yeah, I'm so proud of it, and I just feel so blessed. And I've told you guys this 1,000 times, those who have been with me since the beginning. I'm very proud of it. I feel blessed that I was able to do this, and in memory of my father. My dad. He was my world. He meant everything to me, and now you know what God has him. And but anyways, if you haven't ordered my cookbook, do so. www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. So again, and follow me on my Facebook page, Margaret's Kitchen. I think I have the NM on it. I never remember all this stuff. But anyways, and I just want to also thank all of you that just give me those wonderful words of encouragement. I love it. I appreciate it. God bless you. I just love you guys. And that kindness, I always say, be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. You don't have to be mean. You know, a kind word goes a long ways, and you could say a lot with that volume of kind words and stuff. So do your squats, pero me duelen las rodillas, I tell you, because I'm always doing this, constantly doing this. Pero I don't know if it's helping me or not, pero que le hace? I do it anyways and stuff. But anyways, today I am making red chili with meat. It's going to be with pork. And so I'm going to, and I just had, I had these boneless pork spare rib. What is it? Country style ribs, boneless. So I'm using that. I use what I have. That's what my mother did. Used what she had. And most of the time, Mom could only use, hamburger meat for her chili, and stuff. So that's, if you have my cookbook, it has hamburger meat on it in there for my chile colorado, my red chili with meat. And so, anyways, but today I'm going to make the carnitas with my red chili. Yeah, yum, yum. And so I have 4 cups of blended red chile from New Mexico, my father-in-law's garden. And so I blended all that already. I'm going to have about less than a tablespoon of salt, garlic powder, and a couple tablespoons of flour that I'll use for my, when I put the meat in and the meat ya está guisado y todo, then once the meat fries up and the way I like it, I will add the flour to it and we'll keep going. So anyways, I have just under 2 cups of water that I'm gonna need for the chile. So with all that, let's get started. So tell me how everybody is. We've it was a great weekend this weekend. We we did a lot and didn't do too much, I guess, say. But anyways, we've been doing basketball games with our grandson. So anyways, I just actually, and I love a little bit of the fat. So I just cut it in strips, and then I just about this tiny. To your liking. Remember, it's always to your liking, because you're cooking for your family. You're not cooking for mine. You're cooking for yours. I cook for mine, and for whoever else comes over to eat. But anyways, so this is all that I'm doing, picando la carne, and stuff. So anyways, and then while it's cooking, I'll make a few tortillas. Así de cuando ya está listo, then I will. I have to have red chile con una tortita. But anyways, so I'll do that too. But so I'm not going to take the fat off of this. I mean, if there's an abundance of it, of course I will. But you don't want your meat to be dry either, so you need a little bit of fat, and so that's how I see it. So I have my cazuela going. I'm going to cook in the cazuela, or de barro. I think some people call it olla de barro, I think. I've seen something like that. But it's my cazuela. And now that we were in California, there's this wonderful market. I love this market when I go there. And so they had cazuelas. I was so excited. So, anyways, what did I do? I ended up buying me a few. So, so I'm going to show you guys something too. As soon as I'm done cutting up the meat, and I'm going to show you what you need to do to test your cazuelas, so that you could cook in them. And sometimes some of them will say that, that's good for cooking purposes. Sometimes they'll say that. Sometimes they don't. So you may want to carry what I'm going to show you, and or if you know that that's what you're looking for and that's what you're in the market for, then carry this with you. And it's actually a lead tester, and you test your cazuela for lead. And so since the inside of the cazuela is coated, you're gonna have to test the bottom part of it. Pero que le hace? It's all good. It's all good. And let me tell you, the one thing when I make chile, I me encanta to put a lot of meat. Me encanta poner mucha carne. Lots of meat. And so, anyways, yes, I'm from New Mexico, and I guess we do have a slang in our way of talking. But remember that our food is more, I guess, some people say it's more native, and it is. There's a lot of ingredients that we normally don't use. Some people have adapted to using certain ingredients. There's always a thing about certain spices, and those certain spices is not something that I was ever taught with. So more power to you. I mean, if you were taught with those certain spices, then more power to you. I will cook with some of those spices when I'm not making New Mexico food. So to me, there is a difference. Pero que le hace? Everybody has their own maña. Everybody has their own way of cooking and stuff. And so, anyways, and yes, you're in my kitchen. So guess what? We're having a conversation. And so, while I'm picando la carne. So, anyways, it's a lot of meat, but I'm making a lot of chile and stuff. So this way it lasts. We all eat. I love chile, so I'll eat it all week long. Well, and it's fine. And so, anyways, ya me lo acabo. Almost done. But anyways, so the more meat, the better for me. And and it's almost like making when you're using a lot of meat like this, it kind of reminds me of a carne adobada, and which is different because carne adobada I've never really made it on the stove. I always do it in the oven. Just depends. Like I said, everybody's different. But I'm grateful for the way that my family taught me how to cook. I'm very grateful. It's like when I'm making tortillas and I tell everybody, I'm using my grandma's rolling pin today because I think it's special. It really is special. It's like my suegra, my mother-in-law, she gave me what is it? It's like a water, it looks like a scooper, a ladle. It looks like a ladle. It's a metal ladle. And it was actually her mother's, my husband's grandmother. And my mother-in-law gave it to me years ago. And she said that they used to use it for water, to drink water from. And I'm just so appreciative of that, just all that stuff. I mean, to me, it's nice, And so she knew I would love it. And I had asked her, where'd you get that from? And she tells me, she goes, oh, that was my mom's. She goes, after she passed away, I brought it, but, when they were doing what they had to do many years ago. And so anyways, I said, oh my God. So she told me that they used to use it to drink water with. And when they were at the ranch or something, when they lived at the ranch. And so I, like I said, I cherish it. I love it, So, so with that, I love to use my grandma's rolling pin, or her rolio, as she used to call it. Anyway, so I've had a lot of requests, for the different, things different that you are craving and whatnot. So I'm really grateful for all those requests. So I am going to make a few requests this week since I haven't been on, with all the deaths that we've had, with just being sick y todo. You know, I've missed not recording and stuff. And sometimes, you know, I think that sometimes people like to discourage you when they write horrible things, you know, and say, you know, and this and that. So yes, I'm not, you know, I, you know, kind of they try to discourage you, and I, you know, and I don't get discouraged. It's just sometimes it's irritating me, que bárbaro, you know, especially when they say, "Oh my God, you talk too much." Well, you're in my kitchen. We're having a conversation, you know. And you know, when you have company, you guys just don't sit there on the couch or on a chair and just stare at each other. You guys talk, you know. But anyways, so that's what happened. So anyways, I'm done with this meat. Just have a couple more pieces, and then I'm gonna try to move the camera closer to the stove, and that way you guys can see how I have the meat cooking. And you know, I'll do that in a little bit. Not like right this second. Okay, aquí está toda la carne y bien picada. Okay. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in my cazuela. Here's a spoon. And I already had my cazuela on low. So now, because the thing about your cazuelas is that they cook hot. So you don't want to have it on flame broil, you know. So you want to put it about to a medium, okay? And so that's what you really want to do. So let me wash my hands. Okay. And I'm just drying my hands with this paper towel. So que le hace? You know, I mean. So anyways, let me throw this in over here. And then I'm not going to need the cuchillo anymore, the knife. So then now I'm going to get the garlic and the salt. And I'm going to put it into my meat. And now the garlic. I'm going to try to bring you guys a little bit closer. Hold on. So you guys can just see what I'm doing. See? So before so you see the garlic and you can see the, you know, the salt. So anyways, so now, let me see. Oops. So that'll work. So anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I already have my masa. I already have that ready. So I can make some masa. Make the bolitas. Just kind of wrapped it in a little toallita. I'm gonna mix my meat real quick. Just wanted to let it just sizzle a little bit before I mix it. So anyways, so I'm gonna just make a few of my my bolitas, dough balls, whatever you want to call it. So I'm making them a little big today. I don't know why, but I am. So anyways, again, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia. You know, like I said, I enjoy cooking, and when I don't want to cook, I don't cook. We'll go out to eat. And some people say, que bárbaro, you guys go out to eat. When you can cook, you have, you know, this and that. But you know what? I'm not married to the kitchen. You know, I'm not married to the kitchen. You know, I want to go out to eat. We're going to go out to eat. And we'll go. You know, Asina, that's how I feel anyways. So, que le hace? I'm going to turn mine just a little bit. So see, and I always say your tortillas should come out round. If you do like this, look at that. Your tortillas will come out round. You just have to stay that way. And so, so I always go 1, 2, and 3. I never go back, not too far back. Then I just turn it, what is it, clockwise? Counterclockwise? 1, 2, and 3. And then turn it clockwise again. Now here I'll kind of go down a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Y otra vez. And here again, I'll just go like this, because, and not every time your masa is going to come out perfect. Algunas veces my masa comes out poquita aguada. And I don't know if it's the weather or qué es, you know. But I'm like, qué bárbaro, you know, why is it coming out like that? But let me tell you, and I've told you guys a million times, and one of these days I'm going to have my sister-in-law, Loyola, come over, or I'm going to go to her house or whatnot, and I'm going to have her make tortillas. Porque esa mujer, she makes the best tortillas. I have no clue what she does. I've watched her. I think todo es en la mano. Everything's in your hand, I think, you know, is how it's done. And oh my God, they're just tasty. They're just everything. I'm gonna get my tortilla warmer out. I love my little tortilla warmer, you know, to keep my tortillas warm. But anyways, and so, like I said, she makes the best tortillas. And I always turn my tortillas once, you know, because you seal it. That's what my mother used to say. That's why she turned it. 1, 2, 3. And I'm only making like 10. Porque if I make more than that, que bárbaro, me los como todo. I'll eat them all. You know, and believe me, I don't need any more fluff in my life. But anyway, you can hear the gallinas. It's our neighbors. They have chickens. I have the window open. And, because, you know, just, I don't know, I have a habit of having the window open. There. Mix my, oh, it's cooking nice. This would have been, you know, I'm already done doing all this. It'll be nice, you know. So hubby likes it when I cook, because then he's, you know, he's like, oh, yum. And he's so quiet, you know, he doesn't make noise. I se queda muy calladito. He just doesn't want to do the recording because he says that he'll mess it up. So he doesn't want to do it. So he says, no, that's the son-in-law's job. I go, okay. So ahora vino. Now he came. So, you know, he's coming inside. He's always outside with the doing stuff, you know. He gets himself, he encourages himself constantly. You know, he does. When I'm not having him do the honeydews, he keeps himself encouraged to always try to do something, you know. That's what he does. He's always trying to do something when he can. Can get that tortilla. Okay, you just have to look at the carne. Hola, look at this. It's getting there. It's getting there. Gracias a Dios. You know, just keep on. Let it get brown and yummo. And then the little bit of caldo, there's like a caldo from the meat. And, oops, let me see if it gets them out. See? This caldo from meat. And so once it'll all dry out and it'll fry nice and brown. A ver. I love it. Look at this. You figure that that your carne should take about a good 30 minutes or so to brown. You know, just 30 minutes, about 30 minutes of just cooking the carne. You know, and then that's when you'll add everything else, and then let it cook for about another 15-20 minutes. So, a ver. Excuse me. Hola, look at how good it looks. Remember, it's pork, so you have to cook it. You really have to cook it all the way. Look at this. You could just hear it frying up. You can hear it. It's like, yum! See, all that liquid, all, the water from the meat. It's like water, liquid juices from the meat. It's disintegrating. And now it's just poquita de la mantequilla. And there's not very much at all. Ahora te les enseño. See? See, not much grease in there. See? At all. Yeah. There's nothing like cooking in the cazuelas. I love cooking in my cazuela. I really do. I'll move the camera a little bit. So again, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. Remember. Oh my God. And you know what? I love the meat like this. My mother, she'll tostado, bien tostadito. And, her chili is the best. Oh, I just love my mother's chili. But she taught me how to make it, so what does that say? Oh, man. Look at this. See, it's really starting to toast. You can hear it. And you need a little bit of the grease because when you put your flour in, you need so that you could brown it. You need a little bit of that manteca from your meat. I mean, if there was an abundance, of course, I would take it out. Look at this. See how the meat's just tostandoing. Woohoo! Yum! Yum, yum, yum. I guess I'm going to have to do double squats today. Look at that. It's coming out perfect. Like I said, it takes a good 30 minutes or so. Sometimes a little bit longer. It just depends how much meat you have to brown it. And this isn't even brown enough. I mean, like I said, my mother la tosta bien, bien, kind of like this, mira. That's kind of how my mother does it. La tosta bien, bien. So I try to do it almost as much. Sometimes I don't. So. Oh, man. So, the thing is, you can eat it asina with just tortitas, with your tortillas, or you fry up some eggs and put it over your eggs, or, make some beans, make some frijoles and put it in your frijoles, the chile, and your beans, or, whatever you want to do. So, when I cook chile, because a few people have asked me when I make chile, like with the hamburger meat, somebody asked me, well, what do you do with the meat? I didn't see you put it in the enchiladas. Well, if I'm making an enchilada casserole, then I'll pour the whole thing in on top with the carne and everything with the hamburger meat. But if I'm making stacked enchiladas, I really just honestly dip the tortillas into the chile and then pull it right out because I don't put the meat in it. You know, unless there's a little bit of meat that goes there. But I don't. That's just not how I do it. So anyways, everybody does it different and it's okay. But that's usually what I do. But anyway, see how this is bien? Look at that. I have the camera, you know, the light on so you guys can get a better view. Look at that. I'm gonna let it tostar just a little bit more. Let me put this down. Oh yeah! I get all excited, huh? Okay, look. See? Nice, huh? Look at that. So now I just tostada it, you know, and there's not, like I said, there's very little fat left in this pan at all. And so, and if you cut your meat all about the same, it should all cook, you know, very even. Look at that. You know, like this is a little bit of a big one. So this is what I'm going to eat. Yum. Yes, I'm going to put it aside because I like that one. It's called palutan. Appetizer. Palutan. In Filipino. So look. So now I'm going to put the flour all over the meat. And I'm probably not going to use all of it. I'm not going to use all of it. It's just a little bit. So it's basically a tablespoon. Because that's what gives it the thickness. Brown it a little. Yum. Okay. So now I'm going to add all the chili. So this is 4 cups of chili. So then mix it a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water in here. So it's just under 2 cups. Because you don't want no chile to go to waste. And this is all I put in my chile. So now, just going to let it come to a boil. And then let it simmer. Jeez, look at that. Yum! So put this over here. So we're going to just let it come to a nice slow boil. So I'm going to let it cook another 15 minutes or so. Might have to add a little bit more water. We'll see. Once it starts boiling, then you know if it's too thick or whatnot, or if it's just perfect. Look at that. Yum! And then with tortillas, yum! I'm gonna have to really do some squats. Do some squats. Let me bring it close. mixing it. Just making sure everything's gotten from the bottom to the top. Mira, yum. ¿Quién quiere chile? Who wants chile? It's hard to hold the camera up like this. You have to hold the stand and everything. Doesn't that look amazing? Hold on. See how it's just boiling, starting to simmer? And it's a little thick, so I'm going to probably add some more water, liquid to it. And I just use plain water. I don't use chicken broth or anything like that. You know what? This is the only flavor you're going to get in here is the carne, the meat, and the red chile. I'm going to put a little bit of water. And I only did about a quarter cup, I guess. Oh, yeah. So it's, it should take you a good hour to make a good, red chile. Con paciencia. Now, if you're using pork, it's going to take about that long. You're using beef, you cook it to your liking. Hamburger meat, of course, that's going to take, it won't take as long because it's hamburger meat. But when you're making it with pork, it's going to take a good hour. Look at that. Yum. And I don't strain my chili when I'm blending it or anything. I blend it with water, salt, garlic, oregano. Mother used oregano. Everybody around me used oregano, so nothing else. Look at that. Look, check it out. I switched spoons. I'm going to switch spoons, so. Look at the consistency. It's perfect. Perfect consistency. See, look. That's what you want. Not watery. Nada. Okay. Now, serve me some. Oh my God, look at that. And you know what? And I do lumbre, so the chili is going to be, picoso. Okay, everyone. Yum! Oh, yeah! I love chili. But anyways, look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. I'm gonna do it like this. Blow it a little bit. Now that is what you call true blue New Mexico chili. Yum. My God, that is so good. And of course I have my tortillas and stuff, so oh my God. Now that is some chile. That is what you call New Mexico chile. Look at this. Mucha carne, lots of carne. Look at this. Oops, dámelo lo tiré. Look at that. So, you know what? Thank you all for joining me. God bless you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the wonderful encouragement. Thank you. You know what? Just thank you. Thank you for being kind. And if you haven't been kind, go out and be kind. Do something kind. Or say something kind. My gosh. Anyways, again, thank you to those that have ordered my cookbook. Comidas de mi Familia. You can order my cookbook if you haven't on www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. Check me out on Facebook. It's Margaret's Kitchen NM. You know, like I said, don't forget, you guys. And you know what? Say a prayer for me. Pray for me. I need prayers, believe me. Always. We all need prayer. But anyways, God bless you. I love you all. And go out and make it a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye. Squats. Squats. Bye. Adios.